of Arkham Asylum game footage, really, nothing more than that, really. My last episode I did was the Game Boy Advance, and I've done quite a few bits on Game Boy Advance at this point. It's been quite good. I did some footage on. There was a few games on the Wario Land, Link to the Past.
Hey Frank, where you been? Don't put that more men on the way. They're coming around the front of the asylum. Quick, get over there.
Unfortunately, this is one of the games that isn't actually backwards compatible with Series X.
Frank, what are you doing?
I'm unsure about if the. I presume the remasters of this are probably backwards compatible. Must admit, going back to the 360, still a very good system. The controller's feels a little bit on the stiff side. I don't know if it's just my controller, but the sticks do feel a bit bit stiff compared to, say, the Xbox One. I mean, what can you say about Arkham Asylum or any of the Arkham games? It hasn't really been said at this point. They're absolutely brilliant, and I haven't unlocked anything to blow me up. I must admit, while playing as, I have noticed you can definitely. I'm used to being attacked by like 17 people at once. That doesn't happen as much in this first game. It's a little bit more. It's more linear than the other games, which is in some ways a good thing. Arkham City is probably my favourite, but it's also the game that requires you to unlock so much. Oh, hello. There we go. Sorry, I'm forgetting what I'm saying. Yeah. So basically, this game isn't. I wouldn't say this game is as difficult as the other ones. Certainly not as buggy as Arkham Origins, but Arkham Origins is just a fascinating game anyway.
Arkham Intensive Treatment is at Code Red Alpha.
I have got some footage already of this game, which I'll probably just intercut at some point. As I said, you don't get as many of the bad guys attacking you as much in larger quantities as you do in the sequels and stuff. I think City is probably City's the best of all the games in my personal feelings. Arkham Knight, even though the combat is better and the story is pretty good, the Batmobile segments of that game I detest with passion. It's just very sort of tedious having to take on the tanks all the time, and the Riddler trophies as well. I've never been one for collecting the Riddler trophies. Some of them, but it just kind of goes on and on and on. It sort of drags a bit, to be honest. But some people love it. So especially if you're a collectathon type of person, I guess you probably would enjoy it. But I'd never really have enjoyed that sort of thing. But I think a lot of that might be just due to the fact that games have become more open world, and it's gotten a little bit, depending on the game, it's gotten a little bit tedious. Burnout with, say, Assassin's Creed, for instance. Okay, so we got our first bit of combat. Okay, so 3 strikes, yada yada yada.
He's here!
Exactly, I'm here, not dead. As I said, the most fascinating game is Arkham, not Origins. I mean, this is the game that pretty much has perfected. Oh yeah, twat.
want some of this?
It pretty much perfected the superhero genre when it comes to video games. It's that good. I mean, as I said, there is a remaster of this game, so you can actually play
How's it going?
Arkham
Not
Origin,
yet, but I'm getting close.
Arkham Asylum,
Harley Quinn
Arkham
tried to slow me
City.
down. Dropped an elevator on me.
Are all remastered. For some reason, they didn't do Arkham Origins.
course not. I'll get
I
back to
suspect
you
it's
when I
because
reach
it's
the end
such a
of the trail.
buggy mess. Again, if you're a big Batman fan, you'll know that this has got Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill as the Joker and the Batman, and I think it's Tara Strong as Harley Quinn. There's loads of people from the animated series, which is kind of cool to see and hear. And as you can see from the art style, it stands up quite well. I don't know if this is 30 frames a second or 60. It feels 30, but I mean I could be wrong on that. So there is a lot to it. There has been some complaints about. I've got a friend that plays this, and he was saying they were saying something about the remaster. They've kind of messed up the colours. I presume that's got something to do with. I imagine they've done some type of implementation of like HDR and things like that, high dynamic range. What the hell? I just completely lost my bearings. That's where I came from. Which is quite a possibility, but I think that game came out in about 18 or 17, so I'm surprised by that. But
I got a kid. You don't have to.
Right. I don't have to.
but I think it sort of depends, I suppose. Obviously 4K TVs are becoming quite the popular thing now, whether it be a high-end 4K TV or the more high-end ones. I mean, I've been looking at a oh, I can't get up there, why not? The one I was looking at was the LG Nano Cell 86. I think there's two of them. There's an 86 and there's a 90.
Oracle, Joker's men have taken control of the cell block transfer corridor.
That's not good. I patched into a guard radio. It sounds like Joker's crew have got their hands on weapons.
I know. I'll calibrate the Cowl's vision mode to isolate armed henchmen. The direct approach is suicide. We need to be smart, find a different way past them.
This is the thing I think a lot of people like about Batman is he's not superhuman,
Coming this way.
so he has to sort of, you know, he's human. Even though he wears body armor and protection, he has to sort of work things out in an intelligent manner. He's not Superman, which I think is one of the reasons why Superman hasn't had that many particularly good games. I think just because when you superhuman, you're invincible, you've got super breath, you can see through walls. Although it can be done, it's not impossible with Superman. I mean, shows like Smallville have shown that you can actually create threats that can actually hurt or even kill Superman. But I think it just depends how you go about the character and the story. Batman is just a inherently flawed character anyway. Before you even sort of say, "Oh, he's a superhero," but he's incredibly flawed. He's got a lot of anger issues, and it just makes him a more interesting character. But I do believe that you can do a good Superman game, and I think gamers in particular have been a bit burnt, especially with things like Superman 64.
Good. Our
It was
friendly
pretty bad.
neighborhood rodent is on his way. You need to set a trap. He must not leave this building. Do you
Interesting.
understand? Oh, look who it is. Are your pointy ears burning? I suppose I'd better warn my boys you're on the way. Hey, maybe I won't. It'll be a nice surprise.
I just noticed something. I must be thinking of the other games because one of the games, it's either City or Night. You can once you go to a silent takedown, you can actually change that during the silent takedown and actually press on Xbox it's X, and you can do it can go from a silent knockout to a really loud sort of crunchy sort of knockout if that's loud as such that gets their attention and stuff.
With a quick update on what's new in the asylum. Attention, we have an escaped patient. Dresses like a bat. Oh, what an idiot. Should be considered costumed and dangerous. Stop him before he gets someone hurt. Really, it's for his own good.
I love the Joker. He's a bit overused of late, though, I must admit. He was in the deleted scenes for the new Batman film, and it's definitely a more sort of Arkham Asylum sort of vision of the character. But I hope they don't bring him into it for a long while yet, because I think we want to see some different characters, some new characters. Joker's awesome, but
He doesn't stand a chance. Not a chance.
can I not do a takedown on it? Oh, hang on, I haven't upgraded it yet, have I? That's what I wanted, inverted takedown. I should now get him, grab him.
What are you doing? Someone get...
I'm actually surprised they couldn't do a Predator game. It wouldn't necessarily be that difficult.
Down.
I must. When you do the detective mode in this game, like it looks really cool, but it's a shame though that when you have to do that, because it kind of ruins the artwork. Because the artwork in this game is it's just awesome. It just looks really good.
Joker wants him found. Spread out. He could be anywhere. Then keep your eyes open. Now move. You're mine. You hear me?
Okay, so right, let's isolate this dude over here first of all.
Come on, boys. He's just one man. One man dressed like a lunatic.
I'm not scared.
Right, where's he gonna come from? Is he gonna go underneath me? Yes, go underneath me.
Don't worry, boys. You can do it. He doesn't stand a chance.
Damn it. Get him out of the way. Has anyone seen me yet? It does generally get more challenging with the later games. There's some points in this where it just get really challenging, but it just sort of depends on what part of the game you're at and how good you are. If you've got like all the upgraded bits and stuff, it makes it a lot easier to there's a bit of a stealth fix to this as well, which is quite cool, given the fact that sadly a lot of your sort of stealth games, there's still a few out there, but the main ones don't really exist anymore. Metal Gear Solid's gone, although I have heard there's been rumours that it's coming back. Don't know if I believe that. I guess we'll see. It would be quite cool to see Metal Gear Solid come back, but given the split between Konami and Kojima, I don't imagine that's going to happen. Although, was it yesterday or the day before, which I think was the 18th or 17th of May, there was some artwork or some supposedly leaked footage of Silent Hill, sorry, footage leaked that was taken down. I believe was it on Twitter. So we'll see. I mean, there's an announcement for June 12th. We've got
Even one of you could be the Batman.
I can't drop down that way apparently. June 12th, we've got the Xbox Showcase, although what they're actually going to showcase is anyone's guess, I suppose. Is he just going to hide? Oh, he's not. Okay,
We got
cool.
it under control.
The villains in this game look like right meatheads. Can I jump on him? Hello. I must admit, Joker's got some memorable moments in all of the games. Arkham Knight, especially when he starts to sing to you, that's quite an interesting situation to be in. How is it I cannot... I mean, we've had other games since then that have took the combat of what Arkham did and has just made improvements to it and stuff. And I suppose Spider-Man being the main one I can think of at the top of my head.
Joker must have figured out how I was tracking Gordon.
But there's a few of them. There was
Officer
Matt.
Ball's trail stops here.
When we had Assassin's Creed, they redid the games, the fighting mechanics in that. So Origins and Odyssey are really, really good. But again, it has that issue of I burn out quite easily on open world games.
Hear me, Batman? I know you can. Yes, it is I, Edward Nigma, the
Oh
Riddler.
God.
And more importantly, your intellectual superior.
This dude
My
gets
genius has allowed me to easily
dudes
hack
gets
into
really
your
annoying,
private
especially in Arkham Knight,
communications.
because he's got in City he's got about 1 million
You
trophies
complete
just
a
lit
series
across the
of
city.
amusingly taxing challenges, and well, you'll see. Ready for your first one? Good. But be careful. Don't cut yourself on this sharply observed portrait.
Hello, hello.
So you did it. Well done. I would have expected a child to work that one out, let alone the world's greatest detective.
If you've seen the new Batman, the Riddler is a right psycho in it. Like he's practically a serial killer, which is an interesting take for the Riddler.
Over here!
No, I don't want to go. I want to go over it. You've seen better days, mate. Batman does look cool until he starts to run, and then he looks like something from the 60s. Batman.
It was a
Which is cool.
massacre. Bowles came walking in telling everyone to cover the front entrance. Said something about Joker's army coming through the main gate.
Was Bowles alone?
Thought he was. Then I saw Harley Quinn. She was surrounded by Black Gate prisoners. They were just killing everyone in the room. I had no choice. I got in here, locked the door. I could see it on the security feed. They had someone with them. It looked like the commissioner.
Bowles is dead. They carried on without him. Must have outlived his usefulness.
Good. He was scum.
Yeah, the Arkham police,
sorry,
the
buddy.
city, they have a lot of issues with corruption, and that's being gently pleasant, I suppose you could say. If that's even the right word to use. They're bent beyond belief. Kind of like real life politicians, really, except less scummy. Yeah, so yeah, there's your trophy. There's a Riddler trophy there. They get tedious after a while. It's amazing the artwork in this game. It just, and Bruce Wayne's fucking jacked as well. Like fucking, the artwork is just immense. I haven't played through this game in gotta be 10 years. Although for some reason I've got a save from 2005, and I don't know why I've got that save on there. It doesn't make any sense. The game came out in 2009, so unless my 360 clock at some point has reset itself, because it's connected to the Xbox Live, so I'm not really sure what's going on there.
Of an armed siege on Arkham Island. 2 minutes ago, Joker broadcast to all news channels this chilling message.
Greetings, Gotham. This is the voice of your new Joker here. I'm in control of Arkham Island, and you can all consider.
I mean, you look at some of the textures like that. Yeah, it's looking a little bit rough by today's standards in terms of textures. But I mean, I play a lot of old games anyway, so it doesn't really bother me that much. As I said, this game is very linear in nature, so it's a lot more of an easier game to get into. Once you get used to the combat mechanics and stuff, the story is really, really good. It has an interesting twist at the end. And it plays through all the main series Arkham game. Well, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. Origins is like 20 years before this. So you see a Bruce Wayne he's less methodical and smart about what he does. He's just more angry. So he just goes into situations, and he gets his ass kicked quite a few times. He does in this, but in Origins he's very sort of the consequences of his actions aren't as he's not as bothered, whereas in this he's more methodical how he goes about things. Okay, this could be a Poison Ivy scene just because of all the trees. They're all in this. I mean, there's an interesting story they did on the copy protection for, I believe it was this game, if my memory serves me correctly, which is where if you pirated the game, it was on, I know on the PC version, they actually patched the game with a copyright like piracy protection where you could play the game, but when you tried to fly, if the game detected you were running a pirated copy, it would disable your cape, so you couldn't actually progress through the game, which is kind of an interesting. That's an iconic shot. Look at that. Interesting copy piracy sort of protection, I guess you could say. I would say the most interesting version of, or the most interesting Arkham game, the one I have never played, is probably the one on the Wii U, which was pretty much the first Nintendo sort of version of the they've ever had on these games.
Harley tells me that the Batman's car is still.
Sorry, sir, but you can't come in this way. It's locked down.
Where
It led to the old pump station. Warden Sharp had it closed down soon after he arrived. Said it was a security risk.
Carrying out party orders should head there now and smash it to pieces.
The characters, I mean, in Batman are just there's so many of them.
Hello.
And I need the there's a little hacking tool you need to progress in the game. So if we go up here, just
Oracle, disable the Batmobile's countermeasure system.
I saw the alert. What's wrong? Where are you?
I'm outside the Arkham Mansion. Harley Quinn probably triggered the alarm. If she's still got Gordon with her, he could get hurt.
Okay, done. The Batmobile is still parked up outside the intensive treatment building in Arkham North. I've sent you the schematics for the entire island. I've marked key locations like your car.
Thanks, Oracle.
Take patient interview. Subject has no recorded name. Alias listed as the Joker. In the room is Warden Sharp and myself, Dr. Young.
Is this another one of those boring psych evaluation tests?
No, it's not. So, you're the famous Joker.
In the flesh. So, Doc, do you want me to look at the ink blots again? The first one is a kitten I had when I was a child. The second is, let's see, a dead elephant. The third is a...
Fine. Now let's skip the jokes.
Skip the jokes? Hey, Sharp, didn't she get my permanent record? Be quiet, clown.
Every doctor that has ever interviewed you claims a different type of psychosis. Everything from multiple personality disorders to, well, the list is endless.
I do my best.
Well, I don't believe it. Anything can be cured given the correct treatment.
And you think you can cure me?
Oh, I know I can.
I wonder what happened to her. There's absolutely no way in hell you can cure the Joker. The Joker does not want to be cured. He's chaos incarnate. Oh dear.
I can't believe it. They killed Jackson.
Stay with your colleague. I'm ending this. Now.
It's been generally so long since I've played this, I'm not even exactly sure where I'm actually going. Seven, take down you. The bugs that are present in Arkham Origins are really quite bad at times, especially on the PC version, which is what I bought it on. There's a point where the first boss battle in the original is and they're kicking the Batmobile, absolute pricks. They literally the Croc boss battle, he actually disappears while you're playing the game. Cheeky little bastard. See, that's a car. The one in Arkham Knight is more like a tank. Oh, excuse me. That's my car, you pricks.
Don't let him hit you!
This will hurt.
Don't let him hit you, idiot!
Best you got.
And they say Batman doesn't kill. I'm pretty sure all of them people are now dead.
There's a supply of explosive gel in the trunk of the Batmobile. I may need it.
Oh man, they smashed all the windows, man. I've never actually looked at the Batmobile in the first game. It's not the same, but It's got some similarities to the one from the animated series, apart from the fact this is a lot shorter, whereas the Arkham one, the animated one, sorry, from the series is a lot longer. It's like a Volvo. That's what I needed to blow up the walls and stuff.
Harley trashed the car. Looks like there was a scuffle. I need to search the area around the Batmobile.
Dude, your lips are not moving.
There could be a clue as to where she took Gordon.
That's freaky.
Joker here. Let me remind all new residents of Joker Asylum.
Strange. This is Gordon's pipe. Barbara gave it to him. There's no way he'd leave it. Wild country. Gordon's favorite tobacco. Gordon's smarter than he looks. Left him a trail to follow.
Oracle, I found a pipe. It has your father's initials carved on it.
It was a birthday gift I gave him last year. There's no way he'd leave it.
Exactly. He's left me a trail to follow. He's alive, Barbara.
And this is the sort of thing I'm talking about, literally. A lot of the mechanics in this game, in the later games, you can make add-ons and upgrades to the devices and stuff. And there's a Riddler trophy. There are actually some quite not hard but tricky puzzles in, especially Arkham Knight.
Back on Gordon's trail.
Joker here.
The wall ahead is weak enough for my explosive gel to blow through and open up a new path.
Wherever you are, even you. Yes, you.
That bypasses the door anyway. Someone's having a gunfight. He's dead. Okay, so where is Gordon's tobacco trail? Or does it just run out here? It runs out here. Look. Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to make this easier on myself. What we're going to do is we're going to put some plastic explosives down here. This is something you can do to make your life easier sometimes. Now, I can do up to 3. So if we drag these guys, go and tease these chaps, and then bring them across, and then blow the hell out of them.
It's the bat!
Hello, good evening, how are you? Nice to meet you. Let's go. Come on, over here, boys. Oh, shit. It's not quite what I wanted to do. Come on, stop falling over, you fool.
Let's finish that.
Shit. Let's try that again, shall we? That was a massive, massive fail. I'm still here?
Gonna beat the crap out of you. Come on!
Come on, chaps. Come on.
Gonna beat the crap out of you.
and be ridiculous.
You want some of this?
Jump over them, and jump again. See you later. That was fun. Punch. Ooh, nasty. I think someone was shooting at me then.
Hey, scram, bats! This is my me time.
Where's Gordon?
Wouldn't you like to know? Shut up!
Ah, you crazy bitch! Harley! What's he doing here? It's too early!
I'm sorry, Puddin'. Me. Mwah!
Oh, you little minx. I can never stay mad at you.
Sorry, baby.
Harley and Joker, well, they've got quite an abusive relationship.
This way's blocked. Better search outside for another way in.
Because Harley Quinn in herself has created, I believe, for the animated series, which has got an interesting character. She's sort of gone her own way though. She's done her own thing, which I would imagine will devastate the Joker. But given her given the treatment she has from the Joker a lot of the time, it's quite an interesting dynamic these two characters have got. It's always a trophy.
Of course you found that one easy. You were supposed to.
The Riddler in the Batman film has actually got he's got quite a lot of interesting things going on with the character. Like he's, I mean, yeah, still it's the serial murderer at the end of the day. But he literally, if you haven't seen the film, I won't blame too much of it. But all I'll say is he literally is going after Arkham's finest, basically Arkham's richest. I'd like to see a bit more Bruce Wayne in the next Batman film, though, because he's not really that much of a character, and he's in the odd couple of scenes, and most of the time he's just Batman, basically.
I want all the doctors rounded up. Search every inch of the medical building. I mean it. Search every room, every office, and every trash can. If another doctor tries to run and get out of the building, then you won't. I'll just flood the rooms with happy gas and leave you to die. Hell, I may do that anyway. Sounds fun.
Oh, I'll sell the trophy. But if you want a challenge with trophies and achievements and stuff, collect all the trophies in the Arkham games. You'll be there for about 10 years, maybe more. I'm not joking when I say that either. There are so many trophies in this game. and then you combine it with the other games, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, hell, even Arkham Origins, and you're going to be achievement hunting for a long, long time. In fact, I wouldn't even worry about your backlog because you'll never get to it. Although you've got plenty of time, given the fact that Starfield and Redfall for Xbox have been cancelled. Well, not cancelled, sorry. Delayed, should I say. Which is... It's kind of... It sucks in a way, because at the moment I'm finding... Oh, okay. I spoke too soon. I have a Series X, and at the moment I've just started playing Jedi Fallen Order on it.
That was one of the easy ones.
And, I'm liking it, but I will admit that even with Game Pass, Xbox is currently lacking a lot of games. But then again, I mean, PS5's had some exclusives, certainly had more than Xbox, I would say, but nothing has really been like a massive standout yet, really. I've been told Returnal's quite good, but it's not really my type of game.
Shut it and get down there with the others. Move it!
Okay, I hear you. I'm going.
Why does he need the doctors? I've got to save them.
Take him down. Oh, hang on, there's one down there. It's quite methodical, this game, in terms of you can run in and usually you will get murdered if you do it that way, but if you are methodical about things and you go about things in a certain way, there's a lot of fun to be had. Okay, so... And also, this game, and the later games even more so, have got, they've got a lot of, damn it, hit the wrong button. There's a lot of different suits and that you can have as well. From the Arkham. Shit. Bollocks, 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 bollocks. We're dead. Run. Jump, you fool. I'm gonna die. Shut up. Oh, fucking hell. Well, as you can see, yeah, when you do stupid things, accept stupid results. I should have just run, but the running, as I said, the running mechanic on this is just kind of janky. If we go this way, where will this take us? I think it's a dead end.
I hear you. I'm going.
Why does he need the doctors? I've got to save them.
This is the twat that saw me before. Oh god. Oh, okay. You could probably sneak up on these. This is the dudes who just took me out before. Right, turn your head that way, mate. Come on, turn. Right, let's just blow this up. That should get their attention. Takes him out.
Joker said I could pick any one of you when he's done.
Bugger. If we take this guy out first, that's probably the best idea. Let's see if we can freak him out. Let's go and hide somewhere first of all.
Right out! Fight him! Man down! Man down! What are you doing?
Hello? Is there a doctor in the house? No? Pity. I seem to have a pile of wounded henchmen that need medical attention.
The room's clear. You're safe now.
Come on! Please! Cut me down!
I don't know what happened. One minute we were doing our evening rounds, and the next, armed thugs burst into the room and took us hostage.
Did they have anyone with them?
They took someone into the elevator. I couldn't tell who it was.
They obviously didn't want to be followed. The elevator appears to have been powered down. You're going to be okay here.
We'll be fine.
What about the others? We heard gunfire. They could be dead. We should go and help.
Oh no, I forgot. Dr. Kellerman was in the patient observation room, and Dr. Chen went to surgery.
And Dr. Young went to X-ray.
Okay, stay here. I'll find the other doctors.
I'm here, Mike. Hold still.
It's not a fetch quest in this game, I must say, but it's quite a lot of fun. Arkham Origin, or any of the Arkham games, really now are pretty cheap to get. The remaster is one where you can play it because I believe it's backwards compatible with PS5, Series X, and Series S. Or you can still get the original PS3 and the 360 copies. I don't imagine it that expensive, but be aware that they are starting to creep up in price. For instance, if you're a big Wii U fan, the games on that system are going up massively now because it sold so poorly in comparison to, say, the Wii. So just keep that in mind, but I mean, I doubt this would cost you a lot to pick up these games. They're well worth it. If you're looking for something that's sort of single-player narrative, there was some multiplayer, I believe, in the original versions of Arkham City, I think, but I don't believe they're in the remaster, as far as I'm aware. But these games are single-player narrative games anyway most of the time. But the story is compelling, and the graphics and the artwork is just absolutely stellar. Rocksteady have done a stellar job. They do have Suicide Squad, but I believe I think that's been delayed till next year as well now. So you've got Arkham. You've got Gotham Knights coming out from the company that did, is it Warner Brothers Montreal that did Arkham Origins? So that could be interesting. I have seen some footage of it, but I'm not sure what to think as of yet with it. I guess we'll see. There was some gameplay dropped, I believe it was yesterday or the day before. I believe it was like the 18th or the 17th of May. But yeah, so that's a bit of Arkham Asylum for you. Well recommended. I've enjoyed it, so I'm going to leave it there, and thanks for the time.